On April 8th, there's a pretty amazing once-in-a-lifetime celestial phenomenon happening right here over North America, and that's the Great American Solar Eclipse. And where I am currently in my hometown of Dallas, Texas, we're in the path of totality, right smack dab in the middle of the action, which means that we'll be able to see the full coverage of the solar eclipse. And so that's pretty exciting because there's not going to be another solar eclipse over North America for another 20 years, and there's not going to be another total solar eclipse over North Texas for another 375 years, according to astronomers over at the Carnegie Observatories. So that's pretty amazing. And I also got some glasses and a camera lens cap cover so that I could properly see the solar eclipse and also maybe take some footage of it. And if I get some nice footage, I definitely will be sharing it with you all here on this channel. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. And to commemorate this once in a lifetime solar eclipse, I will be sharing 15 crochet patterns here with you all. And since the new moon is passing in between the earth and the sun and casting its shadow on the earth, all of these patterns are going to be having either a solar or a lunar or an earth-inspired design a part of it. And I'm going to be separating all of these patterns into 4 different categories: home decor, granny squares, accessories, and applique. And as always, you can see all of the exact links to all of these patterns on my blog post, and that's going to be linked in the description box below. Now first, I'm going to share some home decor crochet patterns with you. First is the Solarium Throw by Yarn Inspirations. This throw measures about 45.5 inches or 115.5 centimeters by 54 inches or 137 centimeters. Each square is about 8.5 inches or 21.5 centimeters wide, and it is a beginner-friendly pattern as you only need to know the basic stitches. I love the solar theme with this one. It takes 30 squares to create this piece. And this one has a helpful crochet diagram and is available for free on their Yarn Inspirations website. Or if you want to make another blanket, you could make the Sun and Shadows Afghan by Lion Brand. It's also beginner level because the only special stitches that are used here are the single crochet in the back loop only and the single crochet 3 together. It takes 45 squares to make that are worked separately and then are sewn together. Each square measures about 7 inches or 18 centimeters, and the complete blanket is 44 inches by 51 inches or 112 centimeters by 129.5 centimeters. And even though this is a bigger project, it would work up pretty quickly because it does use bulky yarn. And so that's pretty nice. And also it has more of an abstract design, so it could go along with a lot of different styles of home decor. Another great one to make would be the Sun and Moon Mosaic Pillowpiece by Six Soul Design. This pattern is more advanced as it uses the overlay mosaic technique. This pattern also has a large format chart that is broken into 6 easy to read sections, and it also is a very well written pattern. It includes instructions on how to make the pillow, but you could also use this pattern to make a variety of things like placemats, wall hangings, bags, blankets, and more. And because this is a mosaic-based technique pattern, it's good to keep in mind that it is chart-based and not written row by row. But there are some helpful video tutorials on how to read it, so it definitely would be a fun one to try and tackle. Another blanket that I would love to make is this Solar Eclipse blanket by Grandma's Niche. This piece is a corner-to-corner pattern design, but this one also has cross-stitch instructions as well. The blanket is 67.5 inches by 54 inches and is 90 squares wide by 72 squares high. And it's also good to keep in mind that this one has no written counts for each row for this one, but there are a lot of pictures as well as some helpful tips to guide you with making it. Or you could make the Crochet Moon Phases piece by Crochet Bits. This pattern includes the new moon, waning crescent, waning gibbous, full moon, waxing gibbous, waxing crescent, and each piece measures 7.5 centimeters or 3 inches. And this one's pretty versatile because you could use it to make a mobile for a nursery, or you could use them as coasters or applique, and there is a YouTube video tutorial for this one on their channel. Another great piece to create would be the Crochet Moon Phases Garland by Happy Hearts. This one uses the tapestry crochet method to make, so it would be good to know how to read a tapestry crochet chart. For this one, you need to know how to do the single crochet foundation chain, the foundation chain, how to chain, and how to single crochet. And this one also has a tutorial video and is available on their blog. Or make a moon phase runner like this piece by Danielle Saintson. This piece is 15 inches by 62 inches, and this one is a bit more intermediate level because you do have to read a key to create it, and there's a lot of counting for this one, or you need to be comfortable with reading a chart. It uses the single crochet to create it, so as long as you're ready to count or you're more comfortable with reading a chart, this one would be a fun one to make, and it's available for free on the Ravelry. Now I'll share some granny square patterns with you. First are these solar inspired granny squares by Crochet Design by Snail. There are 3 patterns in total in this pack: the spiral sun, tangled sun, and the sun and moon together. The size is 3.5 by 3.5 inches or 9 by 9 centimeters, and it uses basic stitches as well as the double crochet 2 together and treble crochet 2 together. And this one has a lot of photos as well as 2 different video tutorials to help with making it. Or make the Earth Granny Square by Repeat Crafter Me. This one is 9 by 9 inches, and the earth and the square are both worked row by row. Then the earth is sewn onto the square. And since it's made in the row, the earth will have a bit more of an octagon shape at first, but then you work a row of single crochet along the edges to round it out, which I thought was very clever. They have additional tips on how to round it out that are also really helpful. And I would definitely say this one is more beginner friendly, and it would also be perfect to make this month as it is Earth Month. Another lovely sun-inspired granny square would be this pattern by Crochet Bits. There are 2 different sizes, and it is a bit more intermediate as it does require basic stitches as well as the 2 double crochet together, extended single crochet, extended double crochet, and 2 and 3 double crochet cluster. It's worked in the round and measures 10 centimeters or 4 inches. And this one has some helpful pictures for each step along the way, as well as a full YouTube video tutorial. Now I'll share some accessory patterns to celebrate the solar eclipse. First are these fun sun moon earrings by Emily Ann. They measure 4 centimeters wide and are more beginner friendly as they use basic stitches, but they do require being more comfortable with working with a smaller size 10 crochet thread, as well as a bit of blocking and some starch to stiffen and complete this piece. But there is a helpful written pattern and a diagram for these, and it's available for free on the Ravelry. Or make the Sun and Moon mini pouch by Anutha. It uses basic stitches to make, so it's more beginner friendly, and there's a YouTube video tutorial to walk you through each step for creating this one. And this one would be perfect for putting little items into, and it would work up pretty quickly. Now I'll share some fun applique patterns to make. First, you could make the Crochet Sun by the Crafty Therapist. The designer said that it's a bit more intermediate to make because it can be a bit fiddly while you're making it, but it only uses basic stitches. So if you're a beginner, I would definitely try making this one. It measures 2 3/4 inches wide, and this one has UK and US terms, and it also has a lot of helpful pictures for each step along the way of creating it. Or make this little Sunshine Sun by Ambassador Crochet. It measures 3 1/4 inches across and is beginner friendly as well. You mainly need to be comfortable with working in the round, and these ones work up pretty quickly, so you can make a whole lot of them on Eclipse Day. Or make the Solar Eclipse Appliqué pattern by Golden Lucy Crafts. This one has 2 different designs that would both be perfect, quick and easy to whip up on the Solar Eclipse Day, and this one is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. Well, I hope you enjoyed my list of 15 solar eclipse inspired crochet patterns. If you did, please give this video a like and also subscribe to join me for more crochet inspiration. Also subscribe to my monthly newsletter if you want to get more upcoming happenings, shop updates, and crochet patterns. And also if you want to see some more things that you can make with granny squares, check out this video next. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.